Okay, so here we are again in another video, and today, as always, we're gonna start with the DXY. So in this case, we took the previous weekly high and previous daily high, and I was looking for sells on the USD pairs, and I was looking for buys on EU on GU. But well, I only had one trade today, and it wasn't the best, so because it wasn't stop loss. But I'm gonna show you right now what happened. Okay, so first of all, EU, we had the previous weekly low around here. Well, it was from the last week. Then we had previous weekly low and previous daily low. Well, last week's. This is the one from last week. And I was looking for the buy all day. The thing is that we had the first breakup structure here, then it went up. We had the rally within M5 down here. We had no confirmation on M1, no engulfing candle, so it directly took the low. And then after that, well, we had this kind of mitigation, breakup structure here. No entry for me, as I don't really like all those weeks there. It went to take the rally within M5. Let me see on M1. Yeah, on M1 we had nothing really. So rally within M5, and well, the next is history. So GU, more or less the same. But in this case, we didn't take the previous weekly low and previous daily low. So how many alarms do I have here? Okay, so in this case, we had the breakup structure to the left, relevant liquidity on H1, and I was looking for buys. So we had the first breakup structure with a relevant liquidity on M5. I have to wait for this one to look for an entry, and we took that one. But then we took the relevant liquidity on M5 again, breaking structure, and well, in this case it went up, taking the relevant liquidity on H1, and then well, giving the breakup structure here, which excuse me, which is the practically it's out of timing, so no trade for me. USD/JPY was really ranging today. We had no opportunity to look for any trade here as well. It was inside the previous daily low and previous daily high and previous weekly high. Okay. Then USD/CHF. I have an alarm down here from last week maybe. So in this case, we took previous weekly high and previous daily high here, which you can see on M5. We took the rally within M5, and I was looking for this rally within H1 to be taken. In the end, it was never taken. So then it continued going up. Breakup structure here with some wicks, so I'm not looking for a trade. I just waited for this to be taken. Then we had another breakup structure here. I was looking for a sell on the mitigation. That's why it's so important to wait for the proper confirmations. So we had no engulfing candle to the downside, no trade for me at all. Well, then we had another break to the downside. It was a strong candle, so no trade for me here either. And then we had another break here, but the mitigation was with this movement break here. I was waiting for this to be mitigated, an enter, but in the end it went down, taking the target, fucking me. Okay. And finally, USD CAD. Here's my stop loss. So okay, so we had something here, but in the end we had previous weekly high and previous daily high. We didn't go down for the H1 BOS and previous daily low, and I was looking for sells. We had clear run liquidity on M5 here. We had a first break here. I'm not looking for trades as it has a wick, so it just broke that, creating another relevant liquidity on M5. And then we had a breakup structure to the downside. These candles are clean in my opinion. The only one that makes me doubt is this one, that it's mitigating everything. But well, I just decided to enter. Well, maybe I should have waited for this, but the mitigation is all the candles. So we had an engulfing candle here. I entered here. We had a small movement to the downside, and in the end it went up and took me out. And finally, it gave the, well, not the trade, but the movement to the downside with this strong candle, buying candle here, and then moving to the downside. Okay, so well, fuck me. First stop loss of the week. That account, I don't know why, but like I lost in that account like 2.5% when I have my trade assistant that it calculates approximately a 2% loss, I think, but well, luckily it wasn't in the account that it's positive 3.4%. Okay, so that's why I entered with the other one, because it's one of the worst setups. There's no round liquidity on one. It's here, but well, no trade for me there. And then, well, what's important too is if we talk about crypto, that I don't usually do, but I think it's important, is that Bitcoin, if it loses these levels here, it's going to the shit, I think. It's just my opinion, but I feel it like that, and well, now in the end, we will see. Hopefully it closes today above, and then we have a movement to the upside, but I don't really like these weeks, okay? So maybe I close all my positions. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. So we will see if we break a structure and we see a reversal or something. Okay. Well, this is just an extra. So well, I hope you like it, and of course, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.